everybody, I'm Dietitian Zet.
And I'm Dietitian Shelly.
Welcome to Metabolica Med's FOODCAST of 2022. We are very excited about all the new seasons, new episodes, and new topics that we're going to discuss this year. So this year we are starting off with a new season on label reading and sugars. And today we want to talk a bit about sugar. And is sugar really addictive? Where is sugar available and what does it do to our body? So here's the article. This states that sugar can produce more symptoms than is required to be considered an addictive substance. And it can lead to binging, craving, withdrawal, dependence, opioid effects. So sugar is absolutely an addictive substance. So let's just get that out of the way, and then we can talk a bit about in what forms we get sugar and how are they hidden in foods. So Michelle, what do you have to contribute to that topic?
Well, I think it's important to understand what different types of sugars you get and how they look like on a molecular level, because we do get a lot of questions, sugar is sugar, but is brown sugar different? Is honey different? Can I use syrup? Can I use molasses? Different types of sugar. So are they the same? Are they different? And will they have the same effect on our body?
Absolutely. And I think a very other important topic to clear out is the physical condition of your health. I mean, someone who is severely insulin resistant and on the verge of becoming a type 2, even a type 1 diabetic should really even avoid fruit sugars called fructose. Where if someone is absolutely healthy, they are healthy weight, have no inflammation, cancer, or anything, if they consume increased amount of fruit compared to someone who's insulin resistant, it will not have the same effect. And I think that just brings it back to why we still believe in individualized consultations and individualized meal plans.
And also the reason also why we're doing label reading and videos on label reading is to know that there's different names for sugars. You won't only see on the label at the ingredients it says sugar. There's many other names. It can go according to glucose, fructose, high corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, starches, maltodextrins. There are so many names for sugar, so it's important to start reading your label and making sure that you know exactly what's in the foods that you buy.
Definitely. And I mean, on that topic, when you look at this image that we're pulling up now, look at the honey, for example. Honey consists of glucose, fructose, and sucrose and requires sucrase for breakdown. Now compare that with sucrose, which consists of glucose and fructose and also requires sucrose for breakdown. It's just different bonds. So we need to look at the side effects, the potential benefits of a sugar as well. So yes, honey is better in the sense that it has a slightly lower GI and it contains natural antibiotics. But if you are insulin resistant, any form of sugar should actually be kept to a minimum.
And also, if you look at the GI of honey, it's a bit lower than sucrose. But then again, if you think that honey is a bit better to use, you might be using a lot more than what you would have been using sugar. And when you look at the glycemic load, that takes into consideration the portion that you're taking in. So even though the GI might be a bit lower, it might not be better in total if you look at glycemic load and effect on your blood sugar level and insulin response.
Definitely. So when it sounds like we're getting all confused and technical, the point that we're actually trying to make is that sugar, you get sugar in the physical form of sugar, but you also get it in honey and you get it in fruit, and starches are broken down into sugar, and sugar causes an increase in your sugar levels, which causes an increase in your insulin levels. And there's also studies that link sugar to cancer and inflammation and all of that. That's why we believe in the low carb lifestyle and that we are low carb dietitians. So there's three main forms of sugars rapidly digestible, slowly digestible, and non-digestible.
So rapidly digestible carbohydrates would be the most simplest form that's easily digested, very quickly absorbed in the body, like glucose, like sugar, honey. And then your more foods, like your starchy foods, will take a bit longer to be digested, which is also a bit better for your blood sugar levels to stay more stable.
Yes, and then the fibers are your non-digestible. So that is the one we don't mind if people consume them. For example, your chia seeds are quite high in carbohydrates, but it's mostly fiber, which means your body does not absorb it. So it's very, very important to look at the sugar content as well as the carbohydrate content of foods, and not only, sugar. I mean, sugar in a banana, sugar in bread, just one slice of bread already gets converted into 3 teaspoons of sugar inside the body. So you can just imagine that spike of insulin. So yes, we just wanted to establish the different types of foods, carbs. So basically 3 main groups: easily digestible, slowly digestible, and non-digestible. So we try and keep to the non-digestible starches. And for anybody who is not insulin resistant and maybe want to pick up some weight, we might include a bit slowly digestible carbs, but it's always better to avoid the rapidly digestible carbohydrates. So thank you so much for your time, Michelle. I really appreciate it. It's always nice to have a good chat with you. So stay tuned. We have about 10 to 11 episodes on sugar and label reading. So we'll work through different types of products, different types of sugar, and hopefully at the end of the season, you'll be able to identify the hidden sugars in the product on the grocery store shelves. So stay tuned, and we'll also put the articles we use for this foodcast in the links below. And if you have any questions, please comment and also share. Have a lovely day.